All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Prophet John here. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so let's take a look at the COVID-19 cases here. Now we know that these are not the real numbers, but we're just gonna, have some fun with this. Usually, what I do is for you people that are new, I times it by 10 and I times it by 20x, right? 10 and 20x, somewhere around there, and that puts me to anywhere between basically 10 million infected to 100 million infected, somewhere in between that area. That area would be a good number, in my opinion, for infected cases. Um, or I guess you could say 100x, 10x to 100x, or whatever, or 20x, whatever you want to call it. So anywhere between 10 million to 100 million would be a legitimate number. And for me, just cut that in half and say 50 million people worldwide are infected, and that might be right. Okay, and then so that would mean about 2 to 3 million deaths, and not this number over here, which is 52,000 deaths, which is a joke. But whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so we hit a million, and I'm back at the million. Okay, so we hit a million confirmed on the fake numbers, and we're at 1,011,490. And U.S. continues to soar here, and that's because the testing kits are probably what's causing the virus. And I think Snippy talked about that the other day, and how some of the testing kits actually have the virus in the testing kits. So when you're getting your mouth swab and stuff, you're actually being infected. Unbelievable. And somebody put an article out about that and said that they examined the testing kits and they found that the testing kits had the virus in them. Unbelievable. Not all the testing kits, but maybe 1/3 of the testing kits, right? And so if you're if you're testing a million people, you know 250,000 to 300,000 people are going to probably come up with the infection, or with the virus, because 1/3 of the testing kits have the virus. Donald Trump says we have tested around about a million people. Well, we have 242,000 people that are tested positive. So many of them took the testing kits that were maybe 1/3 of the testing kits, or maybe a little bit less than 1/3. Maybe 25% of the testing kits have the virus in it. Who knows? Okay. Let's see here. And that was somebody who wrote an article because they examined the testing kits, and they actually found that some of the viruses in the testing kits. I wonder if that was the cause. If that was the cause because remember when China sent them all the testing kits, and they said that the testing kits weren't working correctly. I think they were working correctly. The problem with them is they were telling China, we want the testing kits that are contaminated. Okay, you're giving us the testing kits that are not showing any results of infection. We want the testing kits that are already contaminated. Bring those over. I start to look back and say, that was interesting, because they said China's testing kits are not functionable or not working properly. And I keep thinking to myself, I think the testing kits were working properly. They just didn't want it to work properly. They wanted the testing kits to have the virus in them. So now that these testing kits have the virus in them, everything is fine. And Nancy Pelosi goes out there and says the most important thing is test, test, test. But she didn't say that before, when they said that the kits weren't working. No, they were working properly, and people didn't have the coronavirus. All of a sudden, everyone has the coronavirus now with these new testing kits. And so they go out there and they say, what's going on? Why is the numbers in America soaring like this? And they test the testing kit, and the testing kit comes up for COVID-19. Not all the testing kits, but it could be several different companies that actually have contaminated the testing kits with COVID-19. That's unbelievable. They should be locked up. They should be charged with treason, and be locked up, and maybe even have the death penalty on them, because that is murder. Because many people have died because of that. We have 52,000 deaths around here, and America's death total is over 5,000. So that should be attempt. That should be murder, and that should be treason. Whoever did that, whoever's contaminating the testing kits of America should face the death penalty. Um, but they won't, because this is how evil we are now. Um, okay, so USA is at 242,182. And great, the markets were up today. Like the virus is soaring and the markets are up. Unemployment on 10 million people are now on the unemployment line. In the last 2 weeks, but the markets are up. What a joke. 115,000 in Italy, 112,000 in Spain, 84,000 in Germany, 82,000 in China. We have 59,000 in France, 50,000 in Iran. So Iran finally crosses the 50,000 mark, even though we know that they're lying like crazy on their numbers. And other people have come out. We even heard another person out today inside of Iran saying that they're lying about everything. Their numbers are way off. Iran's over 150,000 infected easily, and they're lying about everything. United Kingdom's at 34,000. They're probably lying as well. Switzerland at 18,000. Turkey jumping. Okay, so Turkey continues to rise here. We're going to watch Turkey closely. They're at 18,000. Belgium's at 15,000. And it's April 2nd. So yesterday was April Fool's Day. Today's April 2nd. I know some of you guys are fasting with Princess Bola until the 8th. I'm excited because there is the father's going to reveal something to my friend on the either the 7th or the 8th, in my opinion. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I can't wait for her to receive whatever the father has for her. And we'll see what I'm gonna. I'll hopefully know what it is. I'm not gonna reveal anything though to anybody. I'm just letting you guys know something big is gonna be revealed to my friend very soon during this fast that she's participating in with Princess Bola. So, um, okay. So, anyways, we got 52,000 deaths and 210 have recovered. Okay. Now, how many people have recovered and then been reinfected? They don't have those numbers on here at all. Okay. And China, now the whole world is saying, China, did you fake your numbers? Because we believe you did. Look at everybody else and look at you with 3 billion people, 2 billion people, 2 point something billion people, and you're at 82,000, and it started where you were at. It started with you, and it was 3 months into it before you even announced that you had a problem. But yet you're only at 82,000 with 3 billion people or 2 billion people, and rest of the world has like 40 million people or 50 million people in their country, and we have more than you. Give us a break. So what they did was the United States of America and other countries, they did a study on China, and I think they released it yesterday. They said that China is absolutely lying about their numbers. And of course, anybody with common sense would know that a country with 2 billion people should have 10 times more infected people than anybody else. Okay? Especially when it's where it started. Okay? So it's where it started. You're telling me that 2 billion people went 3 months without even knowing that the virus was that there was a virus called coronavirus? Are you kidding me? And they have less numbers than everybody else who knew and took measures to try to stop it. Oh boy, you got to be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. And look at China's death toll. Like look at China's death toll, 3,000 for like, are you kidding me right now? Italy has 13,000. You can only imagine, and Italy's not showing the real numbers as well. That they're a lot higher and they have a lot more deaths than that. That's what the experts were saying as well. A lot of these countries are lying about their numbers. That's what they said yesterday. I think it was on Yahoo. Like not Yahoo News, I think had the report on that. There was some people that did some study. They said many of these countries are lying about their numbers. They're hiding the death tolls. They're hiding their true numbers. And the death toll's a lot higher. China's absolutely lying about everything. And so, But look at China, 3,000 deaths. You telling me France, a country that's literally like 3% of China, has more deaths and infections than you, or about to? I mean, China, France is at 59,000. They're about to pass China. Are you kidding me right now? China, reveal your true numbers and stop playing this game. Reveal your. You know why they don't want to reveal their true numbers? Because they know it will bring a total economic collapse immediately. If they reveal that 50 million people are infected and they had 3 million deaths, do you know what that would? Do you know how that would shock the entire world? Somebody now, it's going to be impossible for somebody to reveal those numbers because a lot of the people that died in the streets. They died in their homes. They didn't die in the hospital. Okay, they died every other places. Okay. Um, when no, and maybe and that's one of the reasons why they took down a lot of those YouTube videos, right? When they had all those people in the funeral homes, just body bags just laid up in the funeral homes, in the cemeteries, and in the streets, of dead bodies in the street. They took a lot of people got either taken away and they took those videos down, right? YouTube taking all those videos down, and they don't want people to know the truth. Facebook blocking all those videos, blocking your page if you post stuff like that because they don't want you. They don't. If China revealed their true numbers, we would have everything would literally crash. A lot of things are crashing already, but everything would crash overnight if they reveal that 50 million people are infected and 3 million deaths have occurred because of this. It would shock the entire world, and the whole entire world would stay home, including including the essential and non-essential personnel. Like everybody would lock their doors. Everybody would freaking duct tape their house. Maybe put some wooden stuff around the windows. Like no one would. Like literally, it would be complete silent around the world if China revealed their true numbers. but they're not doing that. And I don't know if anybody's going to be able to get the true numbers because everybody's going to the elites and the cabal and the media will not promote it. They will not promote the true numbers. I mean, you got people in Iran who are part of the health department and stuff telling people the true numbers in Iran, and yet the media will not promote it, and John Hopkins will not even agree upon it as well. They're only going to go by their fake numbers, and that's it. Okay, so I wish we had a media, a godly media. I wish we had godly media. I mean, why is it that we have satanic media but no godly media? Right? And I know that people are like, well, we have some, people. We got people here and there on YouTube and people here and there on television. But where is the ownership? Where's the godly media ownership? And I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're gonna be going into that phase after the revaluation of currencies and some of you guys that have the four stocks that are going to be cashing out and cashing out big. Some of you guys are gonna make 8-9 figures off the four stocks. So maybe you're gonna be the ones that are going to fund godly media where we actually tell the truth and do real reporting, and people get paid righteously to report real news and not fake news. Okay. And so, like people like Greg Hunter and other people that are really good at what they do, they used to be on CNN and all this stuff and had to leave because of the fake reporting. They can then become anchors and stuff again in the godly media and do real reporting. So people will have a choice to be like, okay, you're going to be on the godly media, or we're going to believe the godly media, or we're going to believe the satanic cabal media. Okay, people will have a choice. Okay. So instead of ABC and NBC and CBS, the satanic stuff, we could have, BDC and, you know what I mean? Like TCV and whatever symbols that we come up with, right? And it'll be godly, right? And no buyouts because that's exactly what happens to people. People come up and do well, and then the CBS would offer, we'll buy you out for $10 billion, and people are like, oh yeah, I'll take it. Buy me out for $10 billion. No buyouts. No buyouts from satanic companies at all. The only buyouts, if you're gonna have a buyout, only buyouts from godly people, and you must have it confirmed through prophets. That's the way to keep the godly stuff going, right? In God's hands. Okay, so that's how I would do it. And hopefully, that's what's coming in the next, two years. We get Twitter is gonna be taken over by this Republican guy. Is gonna put back free speech. Hopefully, very soon. And stop the censorship. I hope YouTube is. I hope YouTube. I know Google owns YouTube. I hope somebody buys YouTube off of Google and brings it back into non-censorship. Okay, and it also shows our real numbers, because some of us are stuck at the same subscriber numbers we've been stuck at for 2-3 years straight, and our real numbers are hiding behind the scenes. And if somebody can buy out YouTube from Google, somebody godly, and allow YouTube to run normal again without censorship, okay, then and reveal our true numbers, a lot of accounts are going to show that they had 1 million subscribers. Okay, like you got people that have 20,000 subscribers right now, or 10,000 subscribers right now, and they've been stuck at those levels for literally 3 straight years. And they real numbers behind the scene, like in the coded, in coded, encrypted, is probably like 800,000, 700,000, 300,000 subscribers. But yet when we see it, that we see 13,000 subscribers, right? And so, and also another thing they're doing is that when you launch your video on YouTube, it's only going to 1% of your subscribers. All the other people that are subscribed to you have to go find your video. It's not going out to them. Like, they have to literally go to your channel and find your video. Your video is only going out to 1% of your subscribers. Remember what happened to me back in 2020, was it 2018? November 20, I think it was October 2018. I think is when I started like posting again or something like that. This channel had sat for a little bit. And what YouTube did by mistake, YouTube reset my channel to 100% subscribers notification. They reset my channel back, okay, to 100%. Basically, my channel was functioning like a channel like FouseyTube, like Roman Atwood, like like FaZe Rug, like PewDiePie. Like so if I upload a video, it goes out to everybody, right? And so my views. So when that happened, I didn't know what was going on. I would literally upload something and it would have like 5,000 views. And I was like, my channel's never done this. Well, it didn't. It did at one point, and they turned it off. And then, so I was like, they must have accidentally turned my channel up to 100% activation, because before it was at 1%. Okay, so they accidentally reset my channel. They didn't even know that until my channel was literally doing. And you guys remember, my channel I had videos doing 100,000 views. Like, every video was doing like 50,000, 100,000 views. It was crazy. And YouTube finally realized that they had set my channel to, my settings were set to like PewDiePie settings, basically normal settings where my videos go out to every subscriber, right? And they shut it off. They basically went behind the scenes and then they shut the well off and they put it down to like 1%. And I literally went from doing like, 20 to 50,000 views per video all the way down to 100 views per video again. And they told me, when I asked them, what did you guys do? Because I know you did something, because I was watching you guys do it behind the scenes. They said, oh, no, we didn't do anything. I said, then how can my views go from 50,000 views per video, 25,000 views per video, to 150? and they're like, we didn't do nothing. So, and other big YouTubers have come out and said the same thing. Like, they've had somebody research their channel and go behind the scenes and code it, and they found out that only 5%, YouTube was only sending their videos out to 5% of their subscribers. So this is what YouTube does. And so that's why I hope that somebody buys YouTube off of Google, somebody righteous, and allows YouTube to get back on track, and also reveals our true numbers on YouTube, and everything gets back to track without censorship, without any of that stupid stuff. Okay. And people get back on track. And then also people don't have to wait. People can make money right away. They don't have to wait until they get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of viewing to make money. People right now need money, right? So YouTube would be a great platform, but you have to literally do 4,000 hours of viewing, of viewed videos of your videos, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers to even be considered someone to make money on YouTube now. Before, you should just be able to create a YouTube channel, do your partnership deal with YouTube, and then start making money. You can't do that no more. So, and people need money right now, and YouTube would be a great platform for that, but people are not going to waste their time doing trying to get 4,000 hours of viewing and 1,000 and begging people to subscribe to their channel. Okay, so that's what's going on behind the scenes for you guys that don't know, but it is what it is. I'm patient. I'm gonna be patient. I think at some point we're gonna have our own media, godly media, and we're gonna have somebody's gonna buy out Twitter and buy out YouTube, and a lot of these satanic stuff are gonna be owned by righteous people, and we're gonna rebuke that censorship stuff. And maybe China one day, China is going to lose their communism, and they're going to go into a democratic society, and they're actually going to show their real numbers. That's what I mean, like real numbers. They're not going to fake everything and cheat their way through life, because they literally in China. If anyone from China, China promotes cheating. They promote cheating your way through everything. And so that's ridiculous, but that's what they do. They promote it. If you're not cheating in China, you're not trying, and you do get disciplined. For you people that are in China or know anything about Chinese people, you actually get disciplined for not cheating. So, I mean, this is what they do. So it is what it is. Anyway, but look at Africa. Africa is clean. Africa is clean. The map is clean, and there's barely any infections in the motherland where everything started. Everything was Africa at one point. If you guys don't know, you better do your history. Okay, everything comes from Africa. Everything was Africa until the great earthquakes happened that split all the continents up. But everything was Africa. So it was only one. It was only one continent. It was Africa. That was it. And then and then the earthquakes happened, and then everything started to shift out, and then people started to migrate to Asia, and then as finally they might started going to Europe because it was really cold up there, so they didn't want to go up that way, but they started going up that way. All right, and then the New World, which was America, came about, and everything else. Right. Anyways, peace out, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Eyes open. Bye.